I'm gonna call the Dumfries Town Council meeting to order. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Peterson.
Present.
Councilmember Pete.
Here.
Councilmember Fields.
Here.
Councilmember Young.
Here.
Chair Pro Tem Miles.
Present.
Vice Mayor Nickerson.
Here.
Mayor Wood.
Here.
Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna ask Minister Milton to come up and open us up with a opening prayer and reflection, sir, please.
Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, we come before you right now. First, we thank you for being our God, Lord. We ask right now, Lord, that you will just direct this forum, Lord. Just direct the people, Lord, that they will service your people, God. I ask that you just make all minds clear. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Would you all rise with me for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, you can be seated. Next on our agenda is the adoption of the agenda.
Mr. Mayor, I move that we adopt the agenda subject to the removal of Roman numeral 9D from the agenda.
Second. You said removal of Roman numeral what? 9D. 9D. The resolution to name the park. Okay, it's been motioned and second. All right. I don't support removing it from the consent agenda. I support moving it down to the action item. All right, any other discussion? All right, seeing done, Madam Clerk, we will.
Point of clarity, Town Attorney, I'm looking to remove this from the agenda in its entirety.
Yeah, you made a motion. It's been
Okay,
motioned and
thank you.
second. All right, so the motion on the floor is to adopt the agenda with the removal of the resolution to name the park. It's been motioned and second. Okay. Huh? That's the motion on the floor, to remove the resolution to name the park. Huh? You want to rescind it? Okay, he wants to rescind his second.
I second.
Okay, so the vice mayor seconded. All right. All right, so we will now call for the question. So a vote yes to this removes that from the agenda. Madam Clerk, call for the question.
Councilmember Peterson.
Aye.
Councilmember Pete.
Aye.
Councilmember Fields.
Yes.
Councilmember Young.
No.
Chair Pro Tem Miles.
Nay.
Vice Mayor Nickerson.
Yes.
Mayor Wood.
No.
That motion's passed.
Okay. All right, so next on the agenda is the proclamation in support of Dumfries Push-Up Challenge.
Thank you. All right. Proclamation in support of Dumfries 22 Push-Up Challenge. Whereas the 22 Push-Up Challenge was an activity involving pressing out 22 push-ups to promote awareness for veteran suicide prevention, along with honoring military service members and veterans. And whereas the town of Dumfries recognizes the importance of promoting physical fitness, mental health, and overall well-being among its residents, employees, and community partners. And whereas regular exercise, including simple activities such as push-ups, contributes to healthier lifestyle by improving cardiovascular strength, building endurance, and reducing stress. And whereas community-wide health initiatives encourage unity, accountability, and a spirit of friendly competition among residents of all ages and abilities. And whereas the Dumfries 22 Push-Up Challenge aims to inspire individuals to set fitness goals, promote daily movement, and support healthy habits that enhance quality of life for all participants. And whereas this challenge serves as an opportunity for local government, schools, businesses, and families to work together in the name of public health and personal growth. Whereas the number 22 was a part of a statistic that was originally released through case study done by the Department of Veteran Affairs in 2012. But since then have released an updated study showing the rate has fallen to 20 veteran suicides per day. Now therefore be it proclaimed that the Dumfries Town Council do hereby designate the month of July 2025 as the Dumfries 22 Push-Up Challenge Month, and encourage all residents to participate in the challenge by completing daily push-ups, tracking progress, sharing their accomplishments, and supporting one another in reaching their personal health goals. In witness whereof, I have hereunto set my hand and caused the seal of the town of Dumfries to be affixed this first day of July 2025 by order of Dumfries Council and the Mayor Derek Wood. Now, me being a veteran, I have seen in my unit the loss of life due to suicide. A couple of times in various units that I've been in when I was serving in the state. So it is very important to me, and I participate in this just about every year. So I'd like our volunteers from the police department to come and join me down front, and we're going to kick it off right here with 22 push-ups.
Oh, y'all better be able to do the 22 push-ups. Did you put them with us? Just you. You gonna keep the vest on?
Yeah.
That jacket too tight, man. That jacket too tight.
Shorter range.
He's got shorter range. He's cheating.
Who else got 22 in them?
We're gonna need it. All right. Who else got 22 want to join us?
I'ma count to 22.
Come on, join us.
Yes, girl power. Do it for all of us, ma'am, because I can only count.
All right, see?
All right. Here we go. No cheating. All right, ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
Treat them guys as every team.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hey, since we got the community involved in this one, y'all come back and join us for a picture. Hey, like in the proclamation, it says community engagement. Hey, y'all be a part of this picture too, since y'all not the 22 push-ups with us.
1, 2, 3.
Cheese on cheese.
1, 2, 3. Thank you.
All right. Madam Clerk, can you make sure
Yes,
that
I do.
the citizens that join us get a copy of this? Y'all heard that, right? Y'all join us, our clerk will make sure y'all get a copy. Everyone goes to the police department. Thank you.
All right, next on the agenda is the approval of the minutes of the June 17th, 2025 Town Council meeting.
Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes.
A second?
Okay, it's been motioned and second. Any discussion? All right, seeing none, Madam Clerk, please call for the question.
Councilmember Peterson,
Aye.
Councilmember Pete,
Yes.
Councilmember Fields,
Yes.
Councilmember Young,
Yes.
Chair Pro Tem Miles, Vice Mayor Nicholson,
Yes.
Mayor Wood.
Yes.
That motion's passed.
All right, next on our agenda is the citizen comment period. She will call them in order, and then and then there'll be a clock over here. You have 3 minutes. Make sure you watch the clock, and it will expire.
All right, we have quite a few names, and please excuse me if I pronounce your name wrong. I'm trying to understand some of the
Carolyn
cursive writing, but the first person is Carolyn Whitson.
I'm not sure whether I'm to speak now since the item was already taken off the agenda. So is that proper? Okay. Good evening, esteemed members of the council and fellow community members. I stand before you this evening to offer my strong support for the proposal to name our newest park in honor of Luke and Clarice Torian. For over 30 years, Luke and Clarice have been steadfast pillars in this community, each contributing in their own way, always supporting and uplifting one another. It's often said that behind every good man is a good woman, but in this case, that phrase rings true in reverse as well. Luke and Clarice have both shown unwavering commitment to improving the lives of others, and their partnership is of one most powerful examples of mutual dedication I have witnessed. They have given countless hours of their time to projects, events, and causes that have shaped this town and county into what it is today. Whether through leadership, volunteer work, or just showing up when needed, they've proven time and time again that they care deeply for this community. I believe naming this park in their honor is not just a fitting tribute to their tireless service, but also a reminder to us all of the power of selfless dedication. I can think of no better way to recognize the Torians' contributions than by ensuring that their legacy lives on in a place that brings our community together, a park that will be enjoyed by future generations, just as Luke and Clarice has helped shape the future of our town and county. Thank you.
The next person, I just have initials up here, but the subject is on parking signs. Address is 17540 Duke Street. Okay. Go ahead.
All right, ready? Are you starting? Okay.
Hey, I'm here on behalf of neighbors with legitimate concerns. We are all interested in the same outcome. The cars that are parked on Duke Street, halfway on their property and halfway on the road, holes on their property, has caused mud holes on their property with a drop, and it's dangerous for children. Our neighbors, 2 of them have fallen walking their dogs, and pedestrians. When they're going to the school park, it's hazardous. Just walking, whatever, biking, there are no sidewalks, and the streets are not wide enough to handle cars parked. It was not designed that way, with being a hazard for children and pedestrians. When cars, when a car is parked there, there is no place when an oncoming car and vehicles arrive, they have no place to jump to the sides of the road. And for future care of children and pedestrians, let's keep them safe. And the easiest and least expensive would be just simply putting no parking signs will be towed by owner's expense alongside of Duke Street, up and down on both sides on the road. And I'm sure Dumfries codes are required to keep pedestrians safe to walk safely with signs appropriately placed. Therefore, you will be in code and good to go. Police surveillance is not necessary to see traffic flow. It's already been done and nothing has, it has not been addressed. And on several occasions with other neighbors, let's just keep our town safe and preserve our small suggestions that will lead to pathway to unexpected and transformations, satisfaction, and proud of your results, infecting common respect of community, our well-being, and thank you for this special time that I can talk to you. And really, I really like this town. I've lived here for 53 years. That says a lot about our suburban oasis town. It's awesome. I like this little town. I mean, I like that I'm a little bit and I go a long way.
About 20
I've had people say, a little bit of you goes a long way. How about the neighbors said, look at what good job the town did by putting up those no parking signs, 12 of them that I placed, that they had no idea. They thought the town had done it, and they wanted me to make sure to tell you all, you all did a good job, but seriously, I did it.
Thank you. Can you just give us your name for the record so the clerk can write down? Got your
Beatrice
address.
Boyd, and I'm sorry if I sound a little nervous. It's just, I don't like
okay.
public speaking.
Thank you, Beatrice. for
Thank you
that.
so much.
All right.
Okay, bye.
Madam Clerk.
The next person is Margie Oden.
Good evening, council members and friends. Hi, my name is Margie Oden. I just want to say how proud I am to support naming the park after Luke and Clarice Torrin. This land is becoming a beautiful park, but not long ago, it was a landfill. The truth is, if it were not for Delegate Luke Torrin, we wouldn't have the Rose Project that made all this possible. Delegate Torrin helped bring that opportunity here to Dumfries. I know this to be true because I was one of the people, along with our beloved Al Brooks, who went door to door in Dumfries, getting signatures to help move this project forward. Why? Because I believe in Delegate Torrin's vision. Clarice Torrin has spent her life helping families and kids in the area through education and new programs. Together, they have done so much for Dumfries. So naming this park after Luke and Clarice Torrin just feels right. It is a way to honor their impact and make sure future generations know who helped make this project possible. And to name a family park after a family who has made a huge impact in Dumfries. Dumfries has its own pioneers who deserve to be noted in the history books. That is why I am proud to support the Dumfries Council in naming the park Luke and Clarice Torrin Overlook Park. Thank you.
Next person is Tarazi, Ms. Jenkins.
Good Good evening, you all, and good evening to the Dumfries Town Council and Mayor Wood. I hope all of you guys are having a great evening. I do want to refrain from actually doing my public comment until this order is back on the agenda. So we'll hold our comment now, and I'm a representative from Congressman Vindman's office, so please do not hesitate to reach out if you have any questions.
Thank you. Next speaker is Tyrone Brown.
Good afternoon, Council. So I just have several comments. Thank you to the town manager and the staff for updating the website. I haven't been through it totally, but it looks better. So thank you for that. Also, Sean Pete, Councilman Pete, came out to a grand opening of Mind Environment. It's a organization that's designed to help youth get out with their parents and grow vegetables, fruits and vegetables. The pastor on Pastor Neil has donated a good portion of land in the back of the church, and there's several plots that has been laid out. So we're still looking for people to come out and participate with that. We're really after the youth and try to get them out of the house and just be able to have something to do during the summertime. So thank you, Sean, for coming out. I don't know if that's been pushed out through any media outlet here. What I'm here for is I was in New York last council session. I looked at it via YouTube, and I was disappointed with how the council voted for one of the business owners here in Dumfries. My understanding is that the Planning Commission had recommended approval that I believe counted for parking and any legal issues that had to go with that particular petition. And if they had approved it seemed like parking was an issue from the council. So I don't know who the expert here is when it comes to that type of legality. However, you're dealing with someone's livelihood. This is a business that's been in this town for a long time. And I don't know if they had any kind of issues with the town for its taxes or business license, but businesses are trying to diversify themselves just like everyone else is. So give them the benefit of the doubt, because if you're trying to recruit businesses into the town of Dumfries, how you treat your business owners that are here right now affects people who come in here. So I would highly recommend or plead that you reconsider that particular petition and grant that CUP if possible. And thank you for your job that you're doing. I appreciate you all. We're going to have some conflict, but we still can get along. Thank you. Tyrone Brown, 17598 Duke Street. I got 24 seconds. And also support Luke Torian's name of the park. I believe Luke has been the most pivotal point person when it comes to bringing the roads to the town of Dumfries. I don't think anybody that's sitting in this council right now has more impact on that. So he's been in politics for a long time, and he has made his mark. So I think that would be a great naming of that park. Thank you.
The next person, I believe it says Ben or Bon G. Garbin. Okay. The next person is, last name is Bagnarise.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor and Town Council. I'm Joanne Bonarise, and I am proud, very proud to be standing here in Virginia's oldest continuous chartered town, chartered in 1749 and incorporated in 1961. I'm here to say that Luke and Clarice Torn have indeed made for decades and decades and decades a contribution or many contributions to this area. And without any hesitation, and actually, the young lady I was seated beside, Marjorie Owens, I just met, I'd like to just piggyback on everything that she said in support of Neiman, Luke, and Clarice Torn name on this park. Thank you very much.
Next person is Sylvia Moore.
Good evening, Council, Mr. Mayor, and guests. I would like to share an email from Dawn Hester, Norfolk City Treasurer. I'm writing to share my strong support for naming a park after Luke and Clarice Torian. I have known Clarice since 1975 when she was doing public service at Virginia State University. We have remained close friends since that time. I have known Luke since he fell for Clarice. I worked closely with him as a member of the House of Delegates when I served the 89th House District. I don't feel the need to write all the accolades. However, bestowing this honor on the Torians would be pleasing not only to your constituents, but people across the country who honor, respect, and cherish them. I do hope you will seriously consider voting yes when this item appears on your docket. Respectfully, Dawn Hester. Thanks.
That's all the speakers that signed up.
All right, council comments. All right, Councilman Fields.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, everyone, and happy 1st of July. Happy summer and all that good things that come along with this summer. Glad to see so many people out in support of whatever you're here to support today. I wish more of y'all would have got down and joined me with some push-ups, but do them at your leisure at home. I am happy to say today marks my 9-year anniversary of being a member of Dumfries Town Council. Back then, thank you. Back then, the elections were in the springtime before we moved into the fall. So our swearing-in date was July the 1st. So today marks 9 years. So I forgot about it until town manager reminded me. But it's a great accomplishment. I love serving the community and love serving all y'all and working with y'all. Thank you.
Councilman Pete.
No comments this evening, Mr. Mayor.
Okay. Councilman Pearson.
No comments. Thank you.
Councilman Young.
No comments, sir.
Chair Pro Tem.
Just want to thank the staff for the job done this weekend. Job well done on the Autism Appreciation Day. Thank you for all who came out. Though it was hot, it was an inclusive environment, and the children really had a good time, and the families really enjoyed it. So looking forward to next year. And that is it. You.
Okay, Vice Mayor.
Thank you. I'm grateful to be able to hear everyone's perspective. I have no additions. Thank you.
All right, well, good evening, Dumfries. As we step into July, I want to begin by acknowledging some of the challenge many of us face recently with this unpredictable weather, particularly with the recent flooding. It has reminded us how quickly things can change, even tonight with the heavy downpour. I want to thank our Public Works team and the residents for their swift actions and their diligence. Your phone calls, your emails, your photos, your advocacy. It helps us to stay informed and to stay focused on making sure we can take care of you. We hear your concerns and we're taking steps to ensure that we're ready for the next storm, albeit even if it's today. Now, even though the weather has been tricky, summer is still a time we look forward to. It's a season to recharge. It's a time to spend time with family, to reflect on what we've accomplished and what's ahead. In that spirit, I want to let everyone know that the town council will only have just one meeting this month and one in August. This is going to take place Wednesday, August 6th, right after National Night Out, which National Night Out is an event that's one of the town's best. It's a chance to gather, to connect with our police department and first responders, and simply to enjoy each other's company. And speaking of celebrations, mark your calendars for this Sunday, July 6th. It's when we'll be hosting our Independence Day fireworks. And while it's a shift from Saturday, we're still planning to have a great evening under the stars, and we hope to see you there. July is also Crown Act month, for those who don't know. And it's a powerful reminder that everyone deserves to show up as themselves with confidence and with pride. In Dumfries, we celebrate that freedom, not just in law, but in culture, in our workplaces, in our community. So let's continue to lift each other up in ways that honor who we are in every form. I just want to take a moment to recognize the significance of the item we removed in naming the park after Luke and Clarice Torian. It's more than a designation. I believe it would have been a tribute to their legacy of leadership, compassion, and tireless service. You know, Delegate Torian has been a long champion for Dumfries for our equity, education, opportunity, not just in the General Assembly. Where his roots run deep, and his wife, Ms. Clarice Torian, has been equally instrumental working behind the scenes, lifting up families and anchoring the community with a lot of grace and strength. Also want to say I'm thrilled to share some exciting news on the business front. Over the weekend, there was a new business that opened up in town. It's called Beauty Palace 360 Dumfries, and it opened their door on Lansing Court. They're offering braids, microlocks, little head spa treatments, gel manicures, pedicures. It's always special when someone decides to start a business here in Dumfries. It means that they believe in this town. They see the opportunity in the community, and we welcome them with open arms. This opening isn't an isolated moment. I think it reflects something bigger. More entrepreneurs are recognizing Dumfries as a place where business can actually come and thrive. That's good news for all of us. More jobs, continued more energy in our corridors, stronger sense of identity. And while our council schedule slows down, know that Town Hall will remain fully operational. So if you need permits, have questions, or want to get involved, our doors are always open, and you know our staff is always here ready to help as we prepare for our next meeting, and the staff will continue to work on updates and projects. Summer tends to bring new faces, visitors, potential residents, and families just exploring. Encourage each of you to continue to be ambassadors for Dumfries, continue to share in our pride, whether in supporting local businesses, welcome a neighbor, simply saying hello. I think those small actions make a lasting impact. So enjoy this time to refresh, to reconnect, and as always, thank you for your continued love for this beautiful town that we call home. And finally, as we head into this new month, here's something to chew on. You can't pour from an empty cup. Let's all take a moment, some time this summer to refill, spend time with the folks who make you smile, check in on yourself, and show up rested and ready, because when we take care of ourselves, we show up better for each other. And that's what makes us a strong community. All right, next on our agenda is our reports and presentations, and we'll have an introduction of candidates for the Economic Development Authority. Okay. All right, so if you all just come up and just get in line, and then you could introduce yourselves one by one. All of the candidates who have come for the Economic Development Authority. Okay. Oh, dressed up too.
We start now, or? Right. That's the way it is, I guess.
She's gonna set a timer.
Gotcha. Are we ready? Oh, good evening, council, people and staff here. My name is Nathan Daly. I'm actually the CEO and founder of Preparedness Planning. I'm grateful for the opportunity to be selected and actually have the opportunity to introduce myself. I've seen a lot of you around over the past few months, and I can say that it's been very interesting sitting in the back. Part of my experience and the work that I do is I execute in critical infrastructure intelligence work. Part of that work requires me to go in and protect core parts of communities before outside dollars are infused. It is an alternative to gentrification, and then I do that work all around the nation. I've done that in different capacities. At times I've had to deal with housing, working with NACA, which is a $13 billion organization to provide housing, and work with public housing and HUD. There's moments I have to deal with Department of Homeland Security, and I have to deal with contracts and defense, some with angel investing and private equity. The reason I'm bringing all those things up is because oftentimes we find ourselves in these communities where all the money starts rolling in and people start getting pushed out. One of the things that I think is important as a member on the EDA is to focus on what that next generation is going to look like for our town. And in order to get that, you got to get it from your council people. You also have to get it from your community. And what I've heard so far is that there's a focus on youth. There's always a focus on child development. I know there's a big focus on making sure the density, I think I heard that last time when we were dealing with the parking situation for one of our business owners. And I think it's very important that those conversations are had, and it's had with business owners so that we can discuss what it looks like for the rest of the businesses coming in and how we can participate. So again, I appreciate the opportunity to speak before the council. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'm only a phone call away. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Benjamin Jeppy Garbra. I am the managing director of Satig LLC, a transaction advisory practice focused on advising businesses in the U.S., but primarily focused on supporting projects in emerging markets. So I wrote something down here that I like to go through with you. Speech here. Mayor Wood, members of the Dumfries Town Council, residents and friends of Dumfries, thank you for the opportunity to speak with you today. As I've stated, my name is Benjamin Jeppy Garbra. I am honored to express my sincere interest in serving on the Dumfries Economic Development Authority. I believe Dumfries stands at the threshold of a transformational change and growth. And I believe that I bring a unique blend of global expertise and local commitment to help realize that potential. Over the past 2 decades, I've advised governments, financial institutions, and small and medium-sized enterprises across the U.S., Africa, emerging markets, structuring billions in trade and infrastructure and climate resilient investments. As a board chairman of a renewable energy company, as well as the member of an investment committee on a private equity fund that is investing in infrastructure, critical infrastructure on the African continent. My work focuses on, but beyond that, my work also focuses on unlocking capital, creating jobs, and building ecosystems where innovation thrives. From renewable energy to housing, export development, I've shaped strategies that drive inclusive growth and long-term value. But what grounds me is an approach I believe is worth considering, and that is a belief. Ooh.
Thank you, sir.
Wow. 2 minutes fast. All right.
Good evening, Mayor, able council members.
And there's a clock here, so everybody knows. I don't want to be fair to everybody.
distinguished residents of Dumfries, all protocol duly observed. My name is Kenneth Salpun Karikari. I live in Dumfries, local 3930 Town Square Court. My preamble for life is that I believe that blood only makes us related, but commitment makes us a family. My interest in serving on this committee is to bring a very high level expertise of my background as a Scrum Master and a business analyst who has helped tremendously make an impact in organizational development with taking nothing to something, implementing strategic tools in software development to make sure policies are being managed, and also tools that help organizations to get from square one to where they have to be. So the transformation cycle that I have in the experience of being in my field, I want to bring that impact to the town and to have us. It's so sad that sometimes we do programs and I come in, it's just like a few people out there. It's about time Dumfries has a radio station, and with my connections that we can have Dumfries Radio and a lot of implementation plan. I would like to serve on the economic development plan and bring the connections I have in Africa and also people that I know empowered to help empower the community, bring resources that will help us mobilize a future for Dumfries. That Dumfries is going to be a place that we drive to, not driving through. We're going to have a very sustainable developmental goal, and everything that the NDA needs, I'm willing and ready to serve. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Council, again. So why am I here? I have time. So I sat there on the council last year, and I said I couldn't commit to what the town needed for council members to. Well, I have retired from the federal government, so I got time. So I know a lot of things that happen behind the scenes. I know we had contracts out trying to recruit businesses into the town. I know that is not going well. I also know that we need some focus. We need some energy, some planning, some strategic planning on how we're going to get where we're trying to get to. That is my background. I am well-structured. I've worked with small business for 19 years in the federal government, $43 billion worth of government contracts. So I know how they start out. I know how they try to navigate to try to get to a place where they need to be at. I know how to fill gaps. I know how to help the companies fill those gaps. So those are the areas that I think once we identify what we're trying to do and when we want to get there and how fast we want to get there, planning that out, finding those businesses that can participate, even reaching out to business owners here in town to see if they have some partners outside of town that can help us fulfill our mission and our strategic goals. So that's why I'm back here. I don't want to be there, but I want to help this town continue to move forward. And that's me in a nutshell. Thank you.
All right, good evening, everyone. Mayor Wood, esteemed council members, and residents of the town of Dumfries. My name is Dr. Sean Antonio Spence, and I'm excited about the establishment of the Dumfries Economic Development Authority. This is a pivotal moment in a clear signal that Dumfries is seizing control of its future and eager to contribute to that bold vision. My career has been dedicated to blending strategic foresight and discipline with execution, honed by the skills as an officer in the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. As an officer, I commanded over 200 engineers, tradesmen, and technicians who were tasked with developing multi-billion-dollar infrastructure worldwide, including locks, dams, bridges, and ports. In places like Syria, Iraq, Kuwait, Macedonia, Honduras, as well as the United States of America. My doctorate in engineering and my MBA in global economics, strategy, and corporate finance from the University of Virginia's Darden School of Business took me to places like India and China and South Africa to do economic development work. Means that I approach economic development from a holistic, data-driven perspective. So it's not about what to build, but how to build it sustainably. I've also have experience in working in New York City, subterranean 300 million gallon a day water treatment facility and a wastewater treatment facility down in Florida. I also am a senior manager for a accounting firm, professional services firm called BDO, and I'm a professor of strategy and finance at George Mason University. And I will use my skill set to make sure that the EDA is structured appropriately. I also sit on the Cherry Hill Development Authority right up the road here, and I also sit on the Sustainability Council for Prince William County for the Supervisor of Schools. Thank you.
Good evening, Town Council. Thank you so much for your time tonight. My name is Andrew Sloss, and I do appreciate the opportunity to talk before you this evening. Over the last 18 years, I built a career at the intersection of site selection and economic development. I worked for firms. I'm currently employed at Alvarez & Marsal in DC. I worked for Ernst & Young and Baker Tilly, where I helped advise large corporations and small businesses on how to grow in ways that create jobs and invest in local communities. I've also served as the CEO of a regional economic development organization where I led efforts that brought in millions of capital investment and created new jobs. My work has always centered on helping communities compete for growth while ensuring the benefits of that growth are widely shared. In addition to my business experience, I'm also an attorney, and I believe that background adds value, especially when reviewing development proposals, incentive agreements, or navigating regulatory issues. Combined with my hands-on experience in site selection and work directly with local and state governments, I believe I bring a unique perspective that can help Dumfries attract the right kinds of strategic investments aligned with the town's goals, such as supporting local businesses and revitalizing key communities in our town. On a personal level, I understand the challenges that entrepreneurs face. My father owned a small business for over 30 years, and I grew up seeing both the risks and rewards of doing so. That experience has instilled in me a deep respect for small business owners and a desire to support environments for which they can thrive. In addition, public service has been something I've held near and dear to my heart, as I've served previously on the board for Habitat for Humanity, where I saw firsthand how essential safe and affordable housing is to creating a strong local economy. Outside of work, I enjoy spending time with my family, golfing, fishing, and watching baseball. My wife and I are raising our kids with an appreciation for community, service, and hard work, values that guide my interest in giving back through public service. My interest in serving the Economic Development Authority is rooted in a desire to give back and apply my skills to support thoughtful and inclusive growth. I believe Dumfries has incredible potential, and I would be honored to help shape a future that supports both business opportunity and community well-being. Thank you again for your time.
Good evening, Mayor Wood, Vice Mayor Nickerson, Chair Pro Tem Miles, and members of council. My name is Ebony Lofton. And first, I wish to applaud the Town Council for taking the steps to establish the Economic Development Authority that can help to attract more diverse businesses in the town of Dumfries and to stimulate sustainable economic growth. Next, with a background of almost 15 years experience in the financial industry and commercial finance, I'm confident that I would be an asset to the EDA. As a former business owner myself, I have intimate knowledge of the challenges businesses face at times, obtaining support and fully understanding how vital funding can be to ensuring success. Furthermore, I know fully how important economic growth at the local level is to a thriving community like the town of Dumfries. I have experience in administering grant incentive programs, municipal bond funding, underwriting commercial loans, managing specialty loan programs, real estate transactions, as I was a former real estate agent myself, contract negotiation, and financial statement analysis. I've been a town of Dumfries resident for the past 11 years and have been committed to creating togetherness in our community. Currently, I serve as the treasurer of the Northern Virginia Food Rescue, which is a nonprofit organization dedicated to ending food insecurity in the area. I've served on my HOA board in my community, including 4 years as a president, and I'm very familiar with parliamentary procedure. Most importantly, I've volunteered my time to countless worthy causes, and it would be a great privilege to serve the town of Dumfries on the EDA. Thank you so much for your time.
All right. I want to thank all the candidates for coming out. Town clerk, you have another one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we had 3 people that did want to be here tonight, but they had emergencies that come up at the last minute. So they sent me introduction letters to pass out for council. And if you want to read it. Okay. So we have Gordon Wilson, we have Miss Sheree Harris, and then we have Flavio Garcia. So I'll pass the letters around for you guys to have a copy of.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Councilman Pete?
Mr. Mayor, is it appropriate if we can bring those candidates up at the next meeting? So they can present.
if they wanna come, yeah.
We're speaking on the establishment of an EDA, and I think it would be respectable if council could meet these candidates.
Absolutely.
So we can make it a rightful decision. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Yeah, which is one of the reasons why we wanted to do this tonight, so we can see everybody. Everybody can get to see who the voices was. So we will wait until the August meeting, see if the rest of the candidates will come in, and then we will deliberate and try to make our decisions. It's one thing to see everybody on paper, but to be able to see you physically and to be able to hear you and have you articulate is another thing. So thank you all who came out, and we hope that the rest of the list will come out at the next meeting. All right. Next on our agenda is our consent agenda.
Mr. Mayor, I move we approve the consent agenda.
A second.
Okay. It's been motioned and second. Any discussion? Just want to say that on the I support the consent agenda. My concern was still with the original study that we had done with the comp class study, but I believe the amendments that was written in there, they really reflect where we need to go, and they're tailored to be able to be implemented sustainable. So it addressed really our immediate workforce needs, and keeps us on that trajectory. So, but with the original study, I still remain the same. So I can support this consent agenda. All right, seeing no more discussion, Madam Clerk, call for the question.
Councilmember Peterson? Aye. Councilmember Pete?
Yes.
Councilmember Fields?
Yes.
Councilmember Young?
Yes.
Chair Pro Tem Miles? Aye. Vice Mayor Nickerson?
Yes.
Mayor Wood?
Yes.
That motion is passed.
All right. All right, next on our agenda is a public hearing on the consideration of an ordinance to amend Chapter 2, Section 3.1 of the Code of Virginia, disorderly behavior, providing the repeal of conflicting ordinances. Madam Attorney?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, members of council. There are 2 ordinances for public hearing tonight. One ordinance is an amendment to an existing code section, and the other is a new regulation. These ordinances are proposed as part of the comprehensive review of the town code to ensure the code is up to date with state law, and it also meets the current needs and practices of the town. As it has become our practice, I will provide a brief overview of the new regulation or the amendment and try to answer any questions that you may have regarding it. The first ordinance, as you indicate, is to amend Chapter 2, Article 2, Section 2-31 of the Town Code, which pertains to disorderly behavior by members of council. This ordinance amends an existing code section. It adds to or further clarifies the actions that are defined as disorderly behavior under the code section. And the amendments also add procedural requirements or safeguards to be applied before action can be taken under this code section. So under subparagraph B1, neglect of duty is added as an additional action that is considered disorderly behavior under this provision. At B5, clarification is made, and the clarification is that only convictions for which appeals have been completely exhausted can be used as a basis for punishment of disorderly behavior. Paragraphs D through F are new, and they add procedures that impose on the council the duty to provide an offending member with certain things, such as written notice of its intent to punish, the grounds upon which council will rely in seeking the punishment, and the opportunity to be heard, to present evidence and witness testimony, whether represented by counsel or not. Lastly, the procedures impose the duty to take action in an open public meeting and within a specific time frame. The purpose of this ordinance is twofold. It promotes efficient and effective government, and it enhances the ordinance alignment with constitutional notions of due process. I recommend adoption. That concludes my prepared remarks, and I'm happy to answer your questions.
All right, council, any questions on that? Vice Mayor.
I have a question. Item number 5, being convicted by final judgment of any court. Is that for convictions, or is that in the case of if there's a court action against a member of council and the court rules in favor of town?
Okay, so this is going to be done in the context of cases where a conviction lies, not simply a civil judgment against. And it would apply to any conviction for which the person has either fully exhausted their rights to appeal or they've chosen not to appeal them.
Okay, is there any, so based on what I'm seeing here, there is nothing in the code or in this ordinance then that pertains to judgment against in favor of the town?
That's correct, because if you look at the current language, we have it as a conviction of a misdemeanor or a felony. And we did not include from the beginning civil claims that would just result in a judgment. So that may be something that the council can also add to this provision, but currently that's not the case right now.
Thank you for the clarification.
Thank you.
All right, any other questions? All right, seeing none, I will now open up the public hearing. Madam Clerk, has anyone signed up to speak on this issue?
No, sir.
All right. With that said, I'll now close the public hearing. All right, the public hearing is now closed.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the ordinance amending Chapter 2, Article 2, Section 2.31 of the Code of Town of Dumfries.
Second.
All right, it's been motioned and second. Any discussion? Seeing none, call for the question.
Councilmember Peterson?
Yes.
Councilmember Pete?
Yes.
Councilmember Fields?
Yes.
Councilmember Young?
Yes.
Chair Pro Tem Miles? Aye. Vice Mayor Nickerson?
Yes.
Mayor Wood?
Yes.
That motion has passed.
All right, we have a public hearing to consider establishing an emergency management service providing a repeal of conflict of ordinance. Madam Attorney?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This ordinance establishes an emergency management and services in the town. It brings the town in compliance with the state emergency management regulations, which includes a requirement that every locality in Virginia have a director of emergency management. The ordinance achieves this compliance by, among other things, designating the town manager as the director of emergency management. The ordinance also establishes the role of the director and the extent to which the director can exercise powers during a declared emergency. It also clarifies the powers that the council retains by state law, which is not limited to the power to declare or extend the declaration of emergency and the power to appoint an emergency coordinator should one ever be needed by the town. Because the ordinance brings the town in compliance with state law and it promotes efficient and effective government, I recommend its adoption. This concludes my prepared remarks. I'm happy to answer your questions.
All right, council, any questions? Vice Mayor?
Because we don't have the sections built out, but I'm looking at emergency succession. So it says if the emergency management director is unable to perform their duties, the order of succession is the mayor and then the emergency management coordinator. Is that a standard order of succession? And I ask that only because we are here to serve our community, but we don't come with experience to manage emergency management. And so I wonder if this is the most efficient succession line, considering the experience it takes to manage such events.
Thank you for your question, Madam Vice Mayor. So the order of succession has been determined as in close alignment with the state code. So without this actual ordinance, the mayor or the administrator or town manager could exercise the powers of the director without the designation. And so because statutory powers have already been vested in the position of mayor of a town or a city, the mayor should be close to the top of the line of succession if he's not designated the primary one. So that was the purpose behind that.
Okay, thank you for the clarification.
Thank you.
All right, any other questions? Seeing none, I will now open up the public hearing. Madam Clerk, is anyone signed up to speak?
No, sir.
All right. Seeing none, I will now close the public hearing. Public hearing is now closed.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to adopt the ordinance establishing emergency management and services.
A second.
Okay, it's been motioned and second. Any discussion? All right, seeing none, Madam Clerk, please call for the question.
Councilmember Peterson?
Yes.
Councilmember Peak?
Yes.
Councilmember Fields?
Yes.
Councilmember Young?
Yes.
Chair Pro Tem Miles? Aye. Vice Mayor Nickerson?
Yes.
Mayor Wood?
Yes.
That motion's passed.
All right, next is Next is the conditional use permit. Says I'm going to make a motion to rescind the motion that the council voted on at the June 17th, 2025 regarding the conditional use permit for the cultural arts, entertainment, and events use at 17715 Washington Street.
Point of clarity, please. I thought, town attorney, help me with this. I thought that the members of the prevailing side of the vote are the only members who can call for the motion to rescind.
That's a motion to reconsider, Madam
To
Vice Mayor.
reconsider.
Yes, a
Okay.
rescind can be brought by any member.
Understood, thank you.
Madam Attorney?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, if you were making your motion based on the information that's provided in the agenda, is to rescind the decision, not.
To rescind the decision, not the motion. Got
Thank
it.
you.
Okay, a second.
Okay. All right. Now it's open. It's been motioned and second. Now it's open for discussion. So, yes, Madam Vice Mayor.
With regard to discussion, I understand, well, speaking from my own perspective, the reason the vote went in the way it did the last time, speaking from my own vote against the CUP, was because of my questions regarding the parking. Safety is paramount, and I wanted to ensure that we had everything aligned prior to authorizing the CUP. Now that it has been brought to our attention that everything is aligned as it needs to be, I fully support the CUP. Thank you.
Councilman Pete.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. Thank you, Mayor. I just want to say this, pretty much the same thing of, speaking on and know of that last time. And then, like you said, the Vice Mayor was speaking on. The sole purpose was to assure that we had additional parking spaces outside of the residential. We understand that that's a minimal side over there, but the key focus point was to assure that we had the bulk of our parking on the other side of the building over there. I did after hearing the concerns from the Washimis, love the family and everything, went over there, did a self-tour myself several times. Thank you for allowing me on your property. very nice spot there, guys. There's nothing that really per se pushed for a hard no. It was more so in taking in considerations the residents on the other side also, to make sure that while if we were to move in this direction, that they will add additional parking spaces on the other side of the non-residential. And seeing that there has been some clarity on the parking and moving forward with the parking on that, everything is looking in the right direction.
Any other discussion? Okay, Madam Clerk, please repeat the question and the second, please.
The motion was to rescind the decision. The motion was made by Mayor Wood, and it was seconded by Vice Mayor Nickerson.
Okay. Seeing no further discussion, call for the question.
Councilmember Peterson?
Yes.
Councilmember Pete?
Absolutely.
Councilmember Young?
Yes.
Councilmember Fields?
Yes.
Chair Pro Tem Miles?
Aye.
Vice Mayor Nickerson?
Yes.
Mayor Wood?
Yes.
That motion's passed.
Okay, we make a motion to approve the CUP as presented in the package.
Second.
All right, it's been motion and second. Any discussion? Okay, seeing no discussion, call for the question.
Councilmember Peterson?
Yes.
Councilmember Pete?
Absolutely.
Councilmember Fields?
Yes.
Councilmember Young?
Yes.
Chair Pro Tem Miles?
Aye.
Vice Mayor Nickerson?
Yes.
Mayor Wood?
Yes.
That motion has passed.
All right. Council desires to convene in closed session on the July 1st meeting pursuant to the Virginia Freedom of Information Act 2.2-3712 of the Code of Virginia, and certification is required by code. So I do that in the form of a motion.
Second.
It's been motion and second. Any discussion? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, call for the question.
Councilmember Peterson?
Aye.
Councilmember Pete?
Yes.
Councilmember Fields?
Yes.
Councilmember Young?
Yes.
Chair Pro Tem Miles?
Aye.
Vice Mayor Nickerson?
Yes.
Mayor Wood?
Yes.
We are now in closed session.
Okay, take a stretch break. We'll meet back there at 8:30. I make the motion that in accordance with the provision of the Freedom of Information Act 2.2-3712, the Code of Virginia, to the best of each member's knowledge, that only public business matters lawfully exempt from open meeting were heard, discussed, or considered. And we only talked about the things in which the motion identified that we went into a closed meeting.
Second.
Okay, motion, second, any discussion? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, please call for the question.
Councilmember Peterson?
Aye.
Councilmember Pete?
Yes.
Councilmember Fields?
Yes.
Councilmember Young?
Yes.
Chair Pro Tem Miles? Aye. Vice Mayor Nickerson?
Yes.
Mayor Wood?
Yes.
We are now back in open session.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, Madam Chair. Pro Tem.
I'd like to move to approve the letter be sent to Historic Dumfries as discussed and to authorize the town manager to take all steps necessary to fully implement it.
Second that motion.
All right, it's been motioned and second. Any discussion? Okay, seeing none, Madam Clerk, please call for the question.
Councilmember Peterson?
Aye.
Councilmember Pete?
Yes.
Councilmember Fields?
Yes.
Councilmember Young?
Yes.
Chair Pro Tem Miles?
Aye.
Vice Mayor Nickerson?
Yes.
Mayor Wood?
No.
That motion's passed.
At this time, our meeting is adjourned.